Hello, my name's Emma, and I'm here with Kavita Satwalekar and Gail Gibson, authors of a new book, The Rise of SEE-19 Leadership. Over the last year, I've got to know both Gail and Kavita through a network they launched during the pandemic called the Asian Women Leaders Network. Both brilliant women, and I'm delighted to be here today to talk to them about their new book. I received my first copy yesterday, and already after the first chapter, I'm struggling to put the book down. So hi Kavita, hello Gail, and thank you for being here today to answer my questions. And my first question for you is, what's behind the title of the book?
Thank you, Emma. I'll give this a go. So I remember how we came up with this title just like it was yesterday. Is it okay if I take you on a little journey?
Please do.
It was a beautiful, windy afternoon, and I had just moved to Kuala Lumpur. Gail and I were on a Zoom call, and we were writing the preface of our book. We were discussing, I think, the shortfalls in leadership that we had noticed in our coaching, as well as these same leadership shortfalls as they related to how countries were managing this pandemic. And I remember Gail mentioned something about needing to see beyond all the noise. All of a sudden, the term SEE-19, SEE-19 came to mind, as in see beyond and become the leader you are meant to be. After going back and forth between whether this was just a cheesy take on our times or truly representative of seeing beyond, Gail and I decided to sleep on it. And it wasn't long till we figured out that this was the perfect summarization of not only our book, but also of both of us as coaches.
Fantastic. And so what's the story behind the book?
Okay, well, thank you for the introduction there, Emma. And, you know, being a curious person, I love to network. So I went to an event in Singapore, an event where Kavita was speaking, and I took it upon myself to go up and introduce myself after her presentation. And, you know, it was a remarkable day because from there sparked an incredible friendship and collaboration, and a place that we are continuing to build from today. So coming back from Singapore, I knew there was this synergy, we both did. And so the first thing that we talked about was how could we bring together the work that we do? So we created a Women Leaders program. And we got that out to our network, and we knew straight away that we had created a powerful union because our inboxes were just filling up with requests to come and deliver the program. As we continued speaking on a weekly basis, we were realizing how strong this alignment was. And the next stage of our journey was creating the Women Leaders Network that you participate in as well, Emma, where we brought together an opportunity online for female leaders across the globe to connect and discuss in the moment leadership challenges, particularly through the crisis. And from our daily coaching experiences, this is what sparked the chapter titles. So we then made a commitment to each other to write the book together. Now, we were separated by distance. At the start of the writing, Kavita was still living in Singapore, and then she moved to Kuala Lumpur, and all along I was sitting here in JB, but every single word of the book has been written in situ together with Kavita typing, and together we put our ideas into the book that we have now created.
I love that. Thank you. I love that you've harnessed your synergy and, you know, your extraordinary capabilities as coaches, and especially as women coaches. I think that's fantastic. So my next question to you both is, who has the book been written for?
I would say in a nutshell, the book has been written for emerging and established leaders. You know, right from university students looking to embrace traits of strong leaders, to interns embarking on their journey into the work world, all the way to seasoned leaders who want to embody these traits of SEE-19 leadership to thrive through any crisis and beyond. The book will help anyone who wants to take their leadership to the next level. What do you think, Gail?
Just adding to that, the book is about creating mindful habits, and it's about leaders needing to shift their mindset towards developing a strong growth mindset and embracing a holistic approach to leadership in mind, body, and inner self.
Fantastic, thank you. So my last question to you both is, I love that the book has a framework that centres on two characters. Both have very different traits, both personally and professionally. How did you come up with that idea, and why?
It's really interesting that you mentioned that, Emma. As coaches, Gail and I have both seen real life example of successes and failures in leadership. So when writing the chapters of the book, we were reliving aspects of our coaching sessions. And to bring the book to life, we decided to incorporate our two case study leader profiles. Gail, what would you like to add?
It wasn't long before we noticed that both Maya and Jeff became the thread of our SEE-19 leadership traits. And you will recognise, and we recognise in there too, that there are traits of both Kavita and myself in our case study leaders. And we hope that as you read the book, you too will identify existing and developing SEE-19 leadership traits in yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that question. And thank you for answering all of the questions in such detail. And congratulations, because I know today that the book launches and it's available now to buy on Amazon and in other leading bookstores around the world, and also on Kindle. So I'm thrilled to have been able to talk to you both about the book, and many, many congratulations on its success. I know the book will be a huge success for you both and will have such a positive impact on everyone who reads it. And after the first chapter, I urge anyone who's an aspiring or an existing leader to go out and get the book. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emma.
Emma.
Thank you.